Hey folks, this is Chris Baldwin, B-Rock Fit, LLC, Drake Harthron's conditioning coach, fight manager. Drake can't be with us today, but I'm going to head off to Topanga Canyon to catch up with Audley Harrison, A-Force Harrison, who's off to England in a few days to fight Ollie Adams in a 10-round fight. So we're going to catch up with him, see how he's doing. I had the pleasure and honor of working with him for a few weeks in his training camp. Audley's a great guy. He taught me a few things, and I'm sure I taught him a few things as well. Right, Audley? Anyway, we're going to go check him out and see how he's doing, if he's ready to knock this guy out. Thanks. Stay tuned. Peace. Hey folks, welcome to Dre's video blog. Dre could not be with us today, so I'm going to take over his interview with Mr. Audley Harrison.
What's up? A-Force in the house.
A-Force is in the house.
What's cracking, man?
You are about to fight Ollie Adams. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I'm back in the game. You know, I'm back in the game. Been out, since November 2010, you know what I mean? So almost 2 years. It's been a tough camp, to be honest. It's been a tough camp because I haven't fought for like 16 months. And coming back, my body's just kind of been breaking down, hasn't really caught up with my mentality. You know, I had the pec tear with the David Haye fight. That's kind of been playing up. Crazy that I am. I said, you know what, let me start sparring with Andre first. I've been out for 16 months. It was nice, but he kept on catching me on my elbow where I'm blocking it. So I broke down my elbow, so I had to put back the fight. It was meant to be April 14th. But it's good, it allowed me more time to get ready, really sharpening up here, doing a lot of pad work with Phil, started sparring with Malik Scott now, because really the guy I'm fighting, Ollie Adams, is 6'4". So done some good rounds with Malik Scott, trying to get in Joe Hanks this week. So yeah, I feel good. The main thing is that mentally I feel good. And
when do you leave for England?
I leave this Friday.
And the fight's going to be where?
Next Saturday in Brentwood, Essex, 10-rounder. He's got some title called the international title.
Right.
So yeah, you get me. It's like bottom line is win, lose or draw, and you know I'm winning, but I'm leaving it in the ring. You get me? I could never retire off the David Haye fight. You get me? I could never retire. People like killing me for that David Haye fight. But the thing about it is, when David Haye called me for that fight, I just come out. I just had the operation for my pec tear. You see, look, you see that? It tore. That's a pec tear.
Yes.
But the thing is, he came with me the world title fight, and I'm like, I got the European title, I have to give it up. I'm like, how can I turn this down? It wasn't just about the money. Every fight I've had has always been about the glory. So this is the first time I've taken a fight where it was not just about the glory, because like, obviously the money was so good. So you get me, people hating on me, but I don't business. But the bottom line is, the difference for me as a fighter is that when I was standing on the starting line, the whole training camp I'm breaking down, and when I had to go to like, what am I here for? Then I couldn't rely on all the great camp that I had, which is normally what I rely on. Even if things don't go right, I know that I've paid the price and I'm taking it for glory. So definitely that's a lesson for me to learn. But you know, I can't complain. It is what it is. We move on. And like my doctor said to me, you know what, it could be over. Part of the reason why I took it, because potentially it could be over. They said, we're going to try and repair your pec. You need to give it 12 months for it to try and come back together. And so after the fight, I basically listened and gave it 12 months. So I could have not taken the fight with David Haye, waited for the 12 months. I would have lost my European title and come back and fight for $20,000. Or take the fight with David Haye, hope I can get lucky and then move on. Weren't able to get lucky. The thing about that fight was everything about me is about my jab. People say you ain't got a hard jab. I don't need to have a hard jab, but everything sets it up for my left hand. And the fact that I didn't have this hand, I only had one hand. Once I went in there, I realized, shit, I can't live a lie. So, you know what I mean, it kind of affected me a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. My pec's feeling good now. Training's going good enough. I'm not 100%. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely good enough to knock out that joker, Ollie Adams, and that's what I'm gonna do.
And you're mentally focused.
Yeah, mentally focused, mentally ready. I'm back to being me. And part of the thing is, I'm kind of like, some people like to be. I'm a guy who don't like to be led. And that's probably one of my downfalls. I don't like to follow, I like to lead. But that's how I've been all through my career. Even I've been with Phil, Torrance, and some great trainers. I've always had my identity. And I kind of lost my way with my boxing identity. But it's definitely back in full force and effect. And so, you know, no excuses, no complaints. I always find a way to get it done. That's been me. And like I said, with that David Hay fight, I ain't gonna make no excuses. But I'm back to being me. So I'll find a way to get it done with Ali Adams.
So with Audley, this fight is being promoted as redemption or retirement.
Yeah.
Now what's going to happen? Say you kick Ali's ass. The redemption. Who's next on the list?
Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt about it.
A rematch with David Hay?
Well, David Hay is now fighting Jerry Chisora. I just want to get back in the game.
Unlicensed though. That's not licensed, right?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be licensed by the Luxembourg. It's going to be licensed by the Luxembourg Committee.
Okay.
The reality is I've avenged 2 of my defeats. To Danny Williams, I lost and I revenged. And to Michael Sprott, I lost and I avenged. You know, me and David Hay, you never know. You never know. But I definitely want to get myself back in position. And I'm just being realistic. David Hay is not on the radar right about now.
Okay.
You know, I've got David Price, Tyson Fury in the UK. I'd love to come to America and fight Seth Abrahams. Yeah, I actually sent an email to David at Golden Boy. I said, hey, how about throwing me Seth Abrahams? Because I see his goodness and I see the badness where I think I can take advantage of. So I'm just looking to get myself back in the game. That's why I took this fight. People are like, why are you fighting this guy? It's off TV. When George Foreman, a lot of the fighters came back, they go and fight off TV, away from the limelight, and just work their way back. So
it's a tune-up fight.
Right, I might have a few of these off TV, just build myself back. And the thing about, there's no off TV fights for me, because it's not like just let's have an easy fight, fighting a guy in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky. These guys fight me like they're fighting for the championship of the world. The guy's been training 11 weeks. He's training with Derek Chisora's trainer, so you really believe he can go in there and cause an upset. And so, you know, every fight for me, I have to kind of pay the price. I can't just treat it like, oh, I'm just going in there just practicing stuff. So, hey, turn off your goddamn phone, man. How are you gonna interview me? And she's interviewing me and she's got her phone ringing.
I'm busy.
You get me?
So retirement. Look.
Yeah,
if you.
No,
on the phone's Ali Adams.
I've said it. You know, it's victory or retirement. I mean, it's not.
And then what do you do in your retirement age? You're going to take up golf?
No, but I'm not retiring yet. We're not talking about retirement yet because I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
I'm not ready for that. I'm looking to win this fight and move on. You know, but wherever this journey ends, I think it can take me all the way back to the championship of the world. But wherever this journey ends, it's over. You know what I mean? I'm 40 years of age. I've got too many injuries to even talk about, and I have to. It's like this camp is tested, do I really want to come back to boxing? Because every injury that I've had has affected me in this camp.
Yeah.
Every one, and I've had to just keep going through. Yeah, no doubt, I'm not going to lie. Every injury I've had has been playing up this camp, and I've been tested. My fortitude, Audley, do you really want this? And I had to keep picking myself up, because I know my legacy is not going to be defined by the David Hay fight. So that's why I'm coming back. And you know what? Things are starting to come together. I'm starting to look good, feel good. Sparring around. 2 sparring partners now. Malik Scott and this next kid in here. And yeah, things are starting to come together. My speed's there. My sharpness is there. I'm not about crash, bang, wallop. That's not me. I'm about silky skills, walking you onto punches, and making you do what I want you to do. Put you in the box, taking you out. So Ali Adams is going to be in for a shock, because if he thinks that Audley Harrison thought David Hayes turning up, he's going to be in for a rude awakening.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Star Audley A.
Big up. You get me? Audley Harrison, big up.
Big up.
And you know what? Whatever people want to say, keep doing you. You get me? Don't apologize. Keep doing you. Don't business. Hey, what? This is me, yeah? And I'm happy with who I am. I walk in my pathway. Because remember, he who has his own path, I don't need no map. So I still might get there.
Where do you want your fans to come check you out online?
Yeah, so the fight's not going to be online, but you know, they're going to video it and they're going to pull it on YouTube after. So you're going to be able to see the knockout.
Website?
Yeah, audleyharrison.com. Twitter, I'm on Twitter. I'm on, Facebook. I'm everywhere. You get me? I'm all over. So, but the main thing is, I'm back to give it my last shot, and what you're going to know is, I'm not going to say win, lose or draw. I'm going to say win or draw, because they might try and rob me and I might not get rid of him. So it's not going to be lose. Win or draw, I will definitely leave it in the ring, and you're going to see they don't give away gold medals. Remember, European title as well. You know, I got the European heavyweight title. I also won the WBF. Yeah, it's a joke title, kind of a world title. But you know what, I'm okay. I'm proud of what I've got, but I can't leave it on the David Hay fight, so that's why I'm coming back. Audley A. Force Harrison, one more shot at the big time. You get me? Big up, hard crew. You get me? One time, one love. Bless.